Hi, ambitious dental assistants. In this video, I will be teaching you how to apply your RDA application online. There are two ways to apply your RDA application for the RDA license. One way is by mailing, and the other way is applying online. If you want to choose the faster process and you have some basic computer knowledge, then this video is for you. This video is sponsored by EasyDentalCE.com. If you're interested to buy the RDA exam study guide, I would suggest you to visit this website and buy the study guide. It will save you a great deal of time, study time, because it is a condensed study guide with law and ethics plus written plus 200 sample questions that would help you a great deal to be ready for the exam. It follows CDC guidelines and covers only the topics that you will be tested for. With that said, let's get started. In today's video, I will be covering the following. We will navigate Breeze website. Second, I will create a new user account. I will show you how to submit an RDA application online, and then how to make a payment for RDA application. And then last but not least, check the status of your application. After creating the user account, and submitting your application, then you will be able to go visit the site after 2 weeks and check your status of the application to know what's missing, if there is any missing, or they're done with the process and they want to mail you the packet for your exam. So we'll learn all about that. If you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Let's jump into it and start learning. Okay, when you type breeze.ca.gov, then Google will give you these options here. Click on this one, and then scroll down, click on continue. Then this window will open up. This is the breeze.ca.gov website. You have to create a new user account. But let's say you created and you want to come back to check the status, then you have to put your user ID and password and click sign in. But if you are a first new user, then you have to create an account. So click here. Then you have to put your information here, first name. For testing purposes, I'm gonna type something like not correct, like a sample, for you to know. So you have to put your first name and then middle name. You have to put a correct spelling because they're gonna use this information for your license. So it is important for you to use the correct spelling of your name and last name. If you have a middle name, you have to put your middle name, okay? Then you have to put an email address. You have to use an email address that you check often. Don't put an email address that you don't even check, because they're gonna communicate with you via email. For example, if your license needs renewal, then they're gonna inform you via email. Then if you put an email address that you don't check, then you're gonna miss that opportunity and you're gonna miss the deadline. Then you're gonna have a penalty. So you don't want to do that. Put your email address, the correct one, the one that you check often. So I'm gonna put one here. Then confirm, put the same one again. Then you have to create a user ID. The user ID must be a minimum of 8 characters, cannot be your email address, or contain special characters such as this ones. So you have to create a user ID. Make sure you remember this user ID because you need that to revisit and check the status. So I'm gonna put, just for testing purposes, I'm gonna put on create one. RDA test dental. Okay, then I'm gonna choose this secret question. Select the question from the drop-down menu, then enter your secret answer. So I'm gonna choose where were you born, then I'm gonna choose Los Angeles. Okay, then you have to click yes for email communication. Then you have to click I'm not a robot. Then you have to click next. Then this window will open up for you to check if the information is correct. Then you have to click save or edit or cancel. But if you had made a mistake, then you have to click edit and then go back and check it again and retype it. Then you have to click save. For example, if you click save, let's see what's going to happen if this is a test. So this is the temporary password has been issued and sent to you via email with the instruction how to proceed. Read this email and follow the instruction. So if you put the correct email, then you have to go to your email, then follow the instructions, and then you would be able to create the registration process for new user would be complete. Okay, let's now go back to learn how to submit the application. When you check your email to see if you received a confirmation email, so I did it for you. I went and checked my email. This is what I got from the Breeze. I got this message. Thank you for registering for Breeze online service account. Please complete your registration by using the temporary password below. Please note that your online password is case sensitive. Your temporary password is this. So you're gonna highlight this and then Control-C is copy. Then you have to click here. Okay, so click here. Then you have to put here the password. Then you have to put the username, which was test. You have to remember, see, I told you have to remember this user ID. Then temporarily password. Then click sign in. This is what you're gonna see when you do that. So this is the temporary password that they gave you. Then you can go ahead and create your password. So you have to select no because it's asking you ever held a license before with DCA. You select no and then click next. Then it's gonna give you this window for you to fill out 4 digits of your social number. Well, mine is not correct one. This is for testing purposes. And the date of birth. And then you have to click I'm not a robot. Then you click next. See, almost done. Then you have to select start a new application or take an exam. Click select Dental Board of California, and you have to select the registered dental assistant. Okay, registered dental assistant exam request. This is the one. Okay, click that one. The next step after choosing registered dental assistant exam request, if you notice on the left side, there are these steps that you need to do to complete the application process. It says Information Privacy Act, transaction suitability question, application questions, name and personal organizational data, and then contact details, RDA application questions, file attachment. So you have to click next. You don't have to do anything here, so click next. Then you have to click agree. Then you have to answer the questions. You have to put yes here. You have to, based on the method of qualifications, can you provide proof of qualifying for the exam? You will be qualified for the exam if you have all the paperwork necessary. Then you have to write, was your education or work experience completed outside the United States? No, it has to be completed in the United States, and then click next. Then you have to answer these questions, okay, based on what is true to you, okay? Then you have to click no, next. Then and then next. Then you gotta write your information here again. Then you have to put your social. See, my social is not correct, so it's not letting me to move forward. Okay, so basically this is it. This part of your application process is done. When you click next, it's gonna give you contact details. Then you have to put that. Then application questions, then employment history, and then there would be files attached that you have to attach files. This is the way you can take a picture with your phone and take a picture of your certificates and all the paperwork that needed. Then you have to email it to yourself, and then when with your computer, laptop, go ahead and open your email account, and then you can download the pictures on your computer. Then you can be able to attach the pictures to the application, and then application summary, and then you will be done. So this is it, all the steps needed. If you have questions, you can email amy@dentalbrandingteam.com or easydentalce@gmail.com. So for payment option, if you find it challenging, it's pretty straightforward, but if you're finding challenging, then you can visit Breeze and then click here, help tutorial. Then scroll down, you have different options here. Whatever you need to find more information, you can click on the different options. But for the payment, you can click how to make a payment. Then it's gonna give you a complete tutorial how to make the payment. It's pretty straightforward. For example, it's gonna ask you to select payment method option, which is Visa, MasterCard. Then you can put the information. Okay, for example, here, you can choose Visa, MasterCard, and then click next. Then it's gonna ask you to put your credit card information. For example, credit card, expiration date, billing address. Then you have to click process. So it's pretty straightforward. This is it. Just one thing I need to point out, if you notice here, $957.50, well, that's not the cost of your RDA application. This is just an example Breeze is using to show an example of a different license for nursing, I believe. So for RDA license, it's only $120. So don't get confused that you have to pay $957. It's only $120. Okay, just wanted to clarify that. Okay, almost done. I just have to show you how to check the status of your application. After a week or so, you decide to check the status. You go to breeze.ca.gov. Then you have to put your username and password. Then click sign in. then it's gonna show you, let's say if your application process wasn't complete, then it's gonna have the option here so you can click and continue your application process. If your application is done, then here it's gonna be status of your application. Then you can click on it and check the status of your application. That's it. If you find this video useful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe so that I can create more videos like this. I wish you best of luck and thank you for watching EasyDemoCE.com.